Hey guys, it's Leno. Today is February 26th, Wednesday, 1:08 p.m. I just got done walking 4 miles. Even though I am a target individual, I do try to live my life. I've just been chilling, I got my 4 miles in and, everything else. and, uh, and, I like to do that. I like to work out. I'm going to try to continue to work out. My face feels fat right now, man. I just dropped 10 pounds in like one day yesterday. From been weighing myself, doing that 30-day uh, weigh in, 30 days. Anyways, today is February 26th, Wednesday, 2020, 1:08 p.m. I said I was going to finish that video about my 2015 story, what happened in 2015, and also what's happening now. You know, when I left off when I was like at when it was called Abilene Behavioral Hospital at the time. I was sitting there, I was trying to figure out how I could hear your voices. I thought it was people, that had came up there and were around the facility looking through the windows and also using the speakers, the intercom deals to speak to me. And I couldn't understand how it was done, I was like, what the fuck? And how that woman was telling me to go to sleep. And this was through VPK. I know what it is now with VPK. She was telling me to go to sleep, and she wasn't really helping me. What she was doing was trying to get me to go to sleep so they continue to do the shit they were doing. You know, uh, she was also one of the ringleaders in the area of this where I'm from. And they do a lot of sexual things and do a lot of fucking evil ass shit, and then they try to do some good stuff to get away with it. It's just like, you know, it's exactly what the devil would do. He will uh, trick a lot of people believing he's good, by doing a lot of good stuff while he continues to do bad stuff. And that's what he did with the angels that we deceived, the ones he brought to earth with him. They're in hell, that have dominion over that shit. But anyway, he was telling me to go to sleep, and these black dudes and some white dudes and these girls were trying to wake me up, and they're always like, you know, you know, and I just laid there. When I was a kid, I used to sleep with my eyes kind of cracked open, so they couldn't tell if I was asleep or not. When someone mentioned me, that's how I sleep. So, it's also people I used to hang out with, and I knew also, along with some Abilene people in all the surrounding areas. And they were trying to wake me up for like almost an hour, like it seemed like an hour went by, 30 minutes to an hour. And they were trying to, uh, they were trying to wake me up and everything else. And these guys were like, "Oh, he's awake," you know, and I wouldn't respond to them, And that woman would say, "Sleep," she would say, "Sleep," and she knows who they are, and they know who she is too, so they're both on the same. They're all on the same side, you know. And man, it was terrible, man. It doesn't sound bad at all, as I was saying to now, but man, my heart was racing. I was still freaked out. Couldn't understand how everything was happening. I've been up for almost Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 4 days. Haven't got any really good sleep, and couldn't understand what was happening. I was trying to figure it out. And people knew my name, man. I couldn't understand how they knew my name. Also, some people that I did know, I knew who they were, and they were trying to wake me up, man. And they're like, "Oh, he's asleep." And usually when I make a video, man, the volume cut out. Hackers fucking hack my fucking phone, and the white noise is static and white noise. Audio. And well, anyways, you know, some of the deputies are a part of it. The chief is a part of it. You know, uh, there's a lot of people who are part of it, man. Albany Masonic Lodge, members of that shit. You know, uh, there's a lot of people involved in this stuff that they do around here, and they like to keep quiet, man, because they get everything out of it that they get to get out of it, man. You know, and other members, they even recruit inmates to do stuff and say, yeah, it's a good thing, you know, we did this for them and that, but yet they're mind controlling, man, and they get stuff out of like commissary, or you know, they promised, you know, like when I was in uh Abilene Oceans Hospital this year, you know, and other members, I remember some of these gangstalkers would say, well, that's why they're only going to get $1,000 a year, you know, for not really fucking harassing me. You know, their initiation act was to harass me, man, to make me feel bad, or to try to cause me to get in a fight while I was in Oceans Behavioral Hospital in Abilene, Texas. And also, that's what they did in 2017, 18, and 19 when I was in Albany, Shackleford County Sheriff's jailhouse. You know, when I was locked up on a assault charge that I was in there for 2 years and didn't even go to court till the end of the 2 years, and they decided, the lawyers said they dropped the charges and everything, and then when I went to court, you know, they all decided to give me a second-degree felony, you know, and time served. And that's not what I wanted, man. I wanted to go to trial, and they didn't let me go to trial. They didn't even show a video camera of the so-called where I went like that and slapped the deputy's hand away. You know what I'm saying? You can't arrest me, because he didn't give me a reason why he was going to arrest me. He just said, I'm going to arrest you. And he didn't even read me my rights back in 2017 also, just like 2020 when I got arrested on a bullshit terroristic threat that I never committed or said. I never said anything about blowing up an elementary school or any of that fucking shit they came up with. It was just a stunt they pulled on me to make their device look good. Like, oh, we stopped Leno from doing this. See y'all. And I didn't even do that, man. I was walking to my sister's that day, and I don't even plan on doing that. I was just, no way in hell was that my intentions, man. I was not doing that. And they didn't even read me my rights, and we call it, or question me this year also. And just like the inmates when I was in there in 2017, 18, and 19, they would join in, and some of them would also say it's easy to beat his, you know, because that, man, I've already been harassed for like since 2016, May 12, 2016, nonstop, B2K'd, and these were new members thinking they were so smart, and thinking they were like, oh, we got them yet, but yet I knew exactly what they were doing, and man, they didn't beat me. They were just, you know, I thought they were fucking stupid. It's like I told them, man, oh, they get the dumbasses of y'all's group, you know, to fucking fuck with me, but y'all don't even know what the fuck's really going on. Y'all have been be told what to say, what to do, when to do it, when not to do it, when to say it, and then y'all need more training. And then a lot of them, you do that sound when when they think of something real quick to try to hurt and block it out, so it don't show up on a remote neural device. And all the shit they did to my food, and you know, my drinks that I stopped eating, and drinking that water. And I couldn't drink the water in the cell tank I was in, because they would mess with it, man. Even the shower, I stopped showering for like 2 goddamn fucking months straight, man. 3 months, or fucking basically the whole time I was there, I stopped showering, you know. And man, it was terrible, man. I even stopped brushing my teeth, and the water was terrible in there, man. It was like, it was white when I put it in a water bottle, because I had bought a water bottle off commissary at one point when I was able to buy commissary, and then I couldn't buy commissary because they wouldn't let me, because I had broke a couple of remote controls to the TV after, you know, they sent the impulse of direct energy to have that done, and MK Ultra mind control at the same time, and they would anger me, you know. And there's so many times where I held back, where I wouldn't break the remote,
And the woman would always repeat, he's going to break a remote. 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 But not to help me, but just to fucking keep it, you know, repetition into my mind. Break a remote, break a remote, break a remote. You know, and she wasn't there to help me or, to warn people he's going to break a remote. She was there to fucking do that shit on purpose. Just like with my food, when they would bring the food, they would come up with a lie like, oh, he rode on his family or he did this, and that's the reason why he's eating now. Or and I would throw that food away, man. I'd fucking get mad. And sometimes they would bring like a food with a shitload of food on it at those times, on purpose, knowing I wasn't going to eat. And then when I didn't eat, they also say, oh, that's because he lost. You know, they would fuck me over either way, man. And I just stopped eating, man, because the food, what they would do to the food, uncooked at times, fucking hair in it, fucking trash, uh, spit, like cum and all kinds of fucking shit, man. And they also lied to the trustees that went on beat up like a 12-year-old kid, assault charge, and then sexually assaulted a like 12-year-old kid. I was like, what the fuck, man? I'm in here for an assault charge on a peace officer that I didn't even commit or do, man. I'm still got to go to court and trial. I'm gonna beat that shit. And uh, my mouth, had dried up, man, and I was barely even drinking any water. I fainted 3 times in fucking in there, man, and more than 3 times, man. Like what was it, like 7 times I fainted, 8 times, and not once did I ever go to the hospital or the paramedics didn't even show up, man. They called some lady that looked like a boy, dude, that had short hair, and some guy with long hair, and she didn't even check my breathing, and she just looked at my eyebrow where I fucking fell from fainting, you know, and a lot of people was lying to people here in this town saying, "Oh, Lino got beat up, man. That's where that his eyebrows from, man, where he got beat up." And I didn't get beat up while I was in jail. That never fucking happened. You know, I had fainted, man, and I fucking hit my head, and the jail administrator saw it, dude, and he walked off, and he came back, and I had fucking woke up from it, and I sit on my bed, and blood was dripping from my eyebrow, and he finally came back, and he was like, "You okay?" And I was like, huh. I looked at him, and you know, he was like, he told the sheriff that we should call the paramedics, and the sheriff said, or he was supposed to call the paramedics, but he didn't. He called it was like some woman, man. They didn't even have that bag where they, uh, check your vitals, and she just had a backpack, man, that had like fucking like water in it and a couple like band-aids in it, and that's about it, man. It wasn't even the paramedics. Usually when the paramedics show up, they bring a fucking stretcher or one of those beds, and they check your vitals, and all that other fucking proper procedures when someone faints or when someone goes through something. And they didn't even do none of that, man. She just looked at me and was like, and opened a piece of those deals that you put on cuts, those white like cotton deals, and she wiped my eyebrow, and that was about it. And she didn't even put a band-aid or anything. And I was like, man, I need stitches, because it was pretty deep. It was about that long, and my hair is fucked up. And it was like right there, right here, where I had that, where I got cut open, and yeah, my hair looks crazy, man. And it was cut open, and I told the administrator, man, I need stitches, and he was like, yeah, it kind of looks like it to me, and he texted Ed, and he was like, uh, he thinks he needs to go to the hospital. He said, paramedics are done, then we're done, and that's basically it. That's basically what the sheriff said. And, there was a guy that, and, she didn't even put a band-aid or nothing. It was pretty fucking deep, man, and it was cut pretty good. And she just put water on it, like, some water, and mopped it off, and that was basically it. She didn't even check my vitals or nothing, or check my breathing. And that was like one of the first times I fainted, and like second time I fainted, actually. And man, I would see fucking like like if if you were stunned, like uh,
military people would know this. Like when you get hit by a stun grenade, you hear that fucking ringtone also, and and man, I was my fucking vision, dude. I would stand there, my vision would go like that, fucking turn blackish, man, and I would see fucking blue dots everywhere, dude. And I was like, fuck, man. And I didn't have no water, man. And you know, they finally brought me a water bottle, some water, and gave me like fucking uh, 5 sandwiches, you know. And that's not what I wanted, man. I wanted to call my lawyer, dude, and they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me call a lawyer at all. Also, and I also wanted to call my family, man, and tell them what was happening, and they wouldn't let me do that. You know, and that's basically what happened that night, man. And I remember telling that woman, telling the jail administrator, man, send them home, you know. And it's not like send them home to like houses, like it's like trying to say send them to Mexico or some shit. I'm not even from Mexico, man. I was born here in Texas, man. My family's from Texas, and oh man, it was terrible, dude. And that's just one incident where I fainted, man. And I fainted like 7 more times while I was in there, dude. Another time, and you know, that night, man, I asked the jail administrator if I could get a Band-Aid, dude, and I didn't use the fucking cotton part. I just grabbed the, the sticky part, and I ripped it up, man, into like little strips, dude, and I put an X, man, made a butterfly, and closed it up, man. That's basically how I healed my eyebrow, dude. And I would squeeze it afterwards, so I get all that fucking white blood cells out. That pus, I would squeeze that. A couple of days later, man, and it finally healed up on its own. You know, it's pretty bad. And I was they treat me like shit while I was in there. And they finally gave me a couple bottled waters, man, quite a bit of bottled waters, just to get away with all the fucking bad shit they did, man. And that's one way how they got a W, underneath their belt also. And I wanted to go to a doctor, man, because my mouth had dried up, man, and I wanted to make sure I didn't have any disease, man. And they always say, got AIDS, you got attracted, contracted, and all kinds of bullshit, man. And they fucked me over. They sent me to a neurologist, a neuropsychologist, man. And that's how they fucking fucked me over in court, man. And I wasn't asking to go to one of those kind of doctors. But when I went to that doctor, man, that neuropsychologist, he didn't even fucking. It was court order for him to test me with his equipment, and he never even did that, man. He just fucking bullshitted me too. He told the judge that Leno needs to go to wherever, man, and they sent me to Vernon State Hospital, man, in Vernon, Texas. On some bullshit, but they waited like almost 2 years for that to even happen, man. Before I was in jail for almost 2 years, dude. It'd be like another 3 months, and it would have been 2 years, man. And finally, I went to State Vernon Hospital, dude, and I was there for like 2 weeks. I mean, not 2 weeks, 2 months. And it was a bunch of bullshit there, and I never saw a doctor, man. The only thing I saw was a nurse practitioner. I never saw an actual real doctor, and she fucked me over on saying that Leno was schizophrenic and whatnot. And they tried to put me on medication and there also, but man, I really didn't take those medications, and I got out of there, man, and I was perfectly fine when people didn't fuck with me, but people also fucked with me there just like they did in Abilene, Texas, man. These people in Vernon, Texas, they knew my sister's names, they knew my family's names, they were gangstalking me, they knew stuff that people only like, because I'm from Albany, they knew what, it's like they knew me, but they didn't know me, they just, they were gangstalking. And that could only been done by Albany people, man, telling them, what to say, what to do, and they were B2K'ing me, like when I went when I finally went to that church, got the courage to go to that church in Vernon State Hospital, man, they said, I had one guy say portraying, like I used to say, man, these gangstalkers were portraying themselves as target individuals, man, and he kind of went, portraying, out loud, man, so I hear it on purpose, man, and it's like even the preacher stole some of my testimonies, man. You know, like about when my mom told me, always be nice to homeless people, man. You never know if that's Jesus or not, man. You know, you never know if Jesus would ever appear to you, man. Just be nice to them, or angels, just seeing what you would do, And he kind of stole that too, also, and he stole quite a bit of my testimonies also. But man, I continue to go there just to listen to music, man, to worship God, you know. And also sung in their little, I wouldn't say choir deal, but they would have, bleachers, and they would ask people to go up there and sing, and I would, kind of sing, mumble a little bit, the words. But anyway, like I was saying, man, when we get back to Abilene Behavioral Hospital back in 2015, that was 2020, man. This happened this year, or 2019, when I was in Virgin State Hospital, man. And then they finally said that it was competent to come back and stand trial. But I didn't even go to fucking trial, man. They already fucking decided amongst themselves to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do, man. It's like they make up rules around here. And that judge too, man, he's fucking crooked as fuck here in Albany, Shackleton County. I forgot the district, the numbers to this district here in Albany, Texas. But that judge is crooked as fuck, man. These lawyers, man, it's like they do whatever the fuck they want, man, just making up rules as they go. And they decided to give me a second-degree felony, man, when they said it was a third-degree felony, and decided to drop it to a second-degree felony, or, make it a second-degrray felony. When I was supposed to go to trial, man, and they never showed a video in court. Because I never did slap a goddamn cop's hand away when they were trying to arrest me in 2017. And then they got me on that bullshit 2020, man, after I got out. Finally got out of jail, like, in August, like, September 2019. And then January 31st, I got locked up again on a fucking bullshit terroristic threat that I didn't even fucking commit or say, man. And they were telling, these Gangstalkers here in Albany, Texas, man, were telling people that they know, is a terrorist, man, just because I said, America, all this fucking shit they do in the Middle East, man. How do you know that what the news said was actually true, man? Because, what if America really is, man? America is, man. They be provoking people, little countries, dude, and like, third world countries, but they're not really third world no more, man. You see the stuff they have over there in other countries also, man. In the Middle East, they got money, dude, and that's what America wants, man. They want their natural resources, man. They want their poppy fields, their gold, their resources, man, their oil, everything they can grab their hands on, man. America's kind of greedy, man. And when you provoke a country long enough, man, they're going to stand up, man. America's in their country, man. How would people feel if people invaded our country and started taking our money, our fucking natural resources, and our oil? We would actually fight back also. And because I say stuff like that, man, they started calling me a terrorist around here, and they stuck it, for a long time, man, way before they even made that bullshit terrorist threat to elementary school or high school. And I'm 28 minutes in. Well, let me hurry up and get back to, I got out, and that was January 31st, 2020 when I got arrested. They took me to, which is now called Abilene Oceans Behavioral Hospital, 2020, January 31st, and I got out February 18th, 19th, 2020, and that's where I was the whole time. I never was in jail. I didn't stay one night in jail. I went straight over there, and they try to bullshit me too. They try to bring up 2016, 15, schizophrenia and all kinds of shit, man, that I'm not schizophrenia. I'm not crazy, man, and I have not fried my brain on fucking drugs like people say. I'd be perfectly fine if you fuckers wouldn't fuck with me with that fucking remote neural device and direct energy and beat voice to skull with all that fucking frequency waves and binaural beats, man. And these frequency waves get bounced off those fucking towers, man. If you see that fucking tower right there by the 1 Mile Hill, man, leaving town right there by the Catholic Church, but on the right side where they have that big old fucking water tank where it says June through July thing angle, they have that cell phone tower. They have a cell phone tower. They've been putting those cell phone towers every fucking where in the United States, man. Like, how many do they fucking need, man? Like, back in back when I was in high school, man, people had those little Nokias. They would play Snake, and everybody had perfect service then. So why do they need to keep upgrading, man? Because they need to keep upgrading these frequency waves and their remote neural devices so they can control and mind control even better, dude. And hit people with direct energy weapon using MK Ultra mind control and all the other stuff. And they're using those cell towers, man, to do that shit. But let me get back to 2015, man. Back in 2015, you know, when I was in Albany's Behavioral Hospital at the time, that's what it was called. It got switched from Arcadia to Albany Behavioral Hospital in 2015. And, you know, people were fucking with me then, too. You know, that woman kept saying sleep. And, man, like in one of my videos, I said that they play that fucking trick on me, you know, like God. And, you know, they act like God, man. And that's fucked up, dude. And they're not God. That's the devil trying to act like God around here in this area and all the surrounding areas. And also all over the world where this shit exists, or where technology is, this shit is happening. And, you know, basically, man, I didn't go to sleep. And that girl, before I got out of bed, you know, that girl, she tried to talk sexy to me, saying my name all fucking sexy, and she couldn't get me to move, or I wouldn't respond to her, you know. And she told her guys, man, you know, she tried, you know, she's like, I tried, y'all. And she was like, we know, you know, shit like that, man. And fucking bullshit, dude. And, you know, I recognize a lot of people's voices, you know, and quite a bit of people I didn't realize who they were, man, because they were out-of-town members also. And it was all fucked up shit, man. And, you know, they basically, you know, I finally got up out of bed, man. And, you know, it was after, you know, they did that deal where they took the coin to see if, you know, God was going to help me or God wasn't going to help me. And they like, you know, when a coin lands, like straight up when you get a coin, you get a quarter.
You know, like when you get a quarter and you flip it and it lands straight up like that, like straight up, I can't get to land. Well, it landed like that for a good while, and it went dead silent, and nobody didn't say nothing. And I was like, damn, man. And then all of a sudden it did this, it went, but it kind of made that sound that for like quite a bit of, like almost like a fucking 3 seconds, like longer. And I was like, oh fuck, man. And then they played a fucking, like a music came on, like a fucking a trumpet, man, like a horn, man. And then you heard like fucking swords and shit, like people going, oh fuck, and like shit like that. And then you heard like 2 other guys like saying, get up, to like the 3rd guy, man, like, get up, man, get up. And they're like, we'll get you, you know, we'll get you, man, we'll fucking get you, we'll get you, man. And it's like they left, dude. And I got out of bed, and that woman was like, I told you to go to sleep. But she wasn't trying to help me, man. She was just trying to help her members so they can keep on doing what they do now, man, or what they were doing then that I didn't know about, which I did know about. But now I definitely know, man, that fucking sex ring with underage boys and girls, man, they do satanic bullshit. Well, I basically didn't go to sleep, man, and it's like they all came back, man. And, you know, that guy said that he was going to blow a kiss to my mom, or, you know, and all that shit. And I said, fuck you out loud to him. And they came in there and gave me a shot, dude, to go to sleep, for me to go to sleep, man. And it knocked my ass out for like 2 days, and that shit fucking hurt, man. It hurt bad. And when I finally woke up, man, it was weird because my hands were like, my arms were like this when I woke up. I was like, what the fuck? And I was laying on my back. I was like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck is that? And I couldn't understand it, dude. And I got up, man. And I was trying to walk, and my legs were doing that. I was shaking like a fucking baby deer would, man. And I was like trying to figure out what day it was, dude, because I've been asleep for like almost like 2 days, man. And it was fucked up. And there was people in there, man. It's like I fucking knew, man. A lot of people showed up, man. And there was like this one young girl that showed up acting like a fucking witch, dude. And at first, you know, I was like kind of skeptical of her, you know, and she wasn't even in the lock pod, but she would come in the lock pod and sit on that bench, and she would laugh and giggle and then look at me. And I remember that guy that kept mumbling, dude, you know, old ass men, like, because there were sections, man, and you usually have a roommate, and I had a roommate, and he was a younger Mexican dude, and next to me was like an old man and a black young dude, and the old man would always cough and mumble shit. Couldn't really understand him, and you know, he was like, he finally kind of mumbled and said, "Man, she's not a witch," and because that's what I was thinking about, you know. And I believe he was being gang stalked also. But there are some gang stalkers in there too, man. They recruit to fucking do some fucked up shit to target individuals that were once target individuals, but became gang stalkers because they like that money, or they like the sex, or for whatever reason they join, man, to have power of just being able to listen or watching, or watching girls go sexual, or watching the girls they find attractive go sexual, or the guys they find attractive go sexual, or whatever, man. Like money, like that. One woman this year in 2020 told these people in Ocean Behavioral Hospital. Now it's the same facility, but they just call it different now. It got different names. She was like, that's why they're only gonna get 1,000 a year, just like in jailhouse, man. They would say that too. They're getting 1,000 a year, or a month, or whatever, man. And they wouldn't get it then; they'd get it later on in life, just so people didn't get suspicious or find out. And also, man, in 2015, man, I came across a fucking Facebook page that people were talking about me, man. It was supposed to be a private page, but it wasn't. People just changed their names and their pictures, but a couple of people didn't. And I found out it was me because, like I said, I would always do this to my arm hairs, and I knew they were talking about me. She was like, I hate when he does that with his arm hairs. And they were talking about Melinda also, and this woman said that we pay that she pays people to sit on top of buildings, but they don't pay people to sit on top of buildings, man. They use that remote neural device and shit. Fucked up people, man. Drug addicts also use that shit. Alcoholics and pedophiles use that shit, man. Because these people in Albany, Texas, are pedophiles that use that fucking shit, man. Because I've seen the shit they do and what they've done to me. And rich people are using this shit too. I mean, all kinds of people. People you wouldn't expect if you're not a part of it. And I'm not a part of it. I just know about it because of the shit they've done to me. Well, anyways, in 2015, man, that old man kind of mumbled, she's not a witch, man. It kind of put me at ease. But then a fucking another woman came in there with a hoodie, man. She was an older woman. And man, she was doing some weird fucking shit, dude. And she's like, I was like, damn, that's a witch right there for real. And they even kind of frightened him, man. And he finally got up, man. He usually doesn't get up out of his bed or his room. And he got some water, and he was like, man, I'm tired of all this fucking witchcraft around here. He was talking about that lady, man, that woman. And it was fucking crazy, dude. I don't like to use the word crazy, but it was pretty weird, man. And it was crazy, man. And these voices went away, man. They finally went away, man. That was like probably like a weekend. I find the week had went by, and these voices went away, and I wasn't even on medication then. They had to take me to court before anything, man, before I could get all the medication. I would refuse because I thought it was just people around the facility, also my house, by my house, people's voices. And when they were outside, I come to find out, man, like in my other video when I talk about astral projection, yeah, they do the astral projection, man. But, around here, when people do come by my house in actual person, man, and do shit. They spit on my my lawn, my vehicle, man. And I think someone pissed on the front porch also at one point. And, man, they do all kinds of fucking stuff. And that's witchcraft right there, man. That's also another form of witchcraft. Oh, man. They did all kinds of stuff in 2015, man. And, you know, this one guy, I remember this one kid came in there, this younger dude. He wasn't a kid because I was in the adult unit. And, but he was young. And he came in there talking about God and stuff. And he passed out, man. I told him to go to sleep, dude. Or not told him to go to sleep. He went to sleep. And the next day, man, he like put on an accent, but I knew he was faking his accent, man. I finally confronted him one day, and I was like, "Man, why you got that fake accent?" He was like, "I don't know," but he was doing it on purpose, man. He was gang stalking me. There was quite a bit of gang stalkers in there, and I knew somehow I knew there was people. A lot of people went in there just to fucking come see who I was, man, and come be in my presence and in real life. Just like that young girl that acted like a witch, that guy mumbled that she's not a witch. Well, anyways, man, basically, I wouldn't take medication. I had to go to court for that, and a lot of bullshit happened, dude. And they basically had to fucking force me to take medication. And I wish I would have fought against it then in 2015 because they started to use this 2015, 16 for 2020, saying Leno's crazy or has mental illness, and I don't have mental illness, man. I know what I'm talking about. This stuff really happens if you actually would Google and start researching what's happening, man, and start YouTubing, man, targeting individuals, man. And there's so many people out there in this world that are going through what I'm going through, and they're not crazy or and they don't have mental illness, man. It's real actual weapons, man. It's the devil, man. It's his new weapon that he's been using besides drugs. He's always used drugs and alcohol to lure a lot of people into his army. But gang stalking and remote neural devices and voice to skull and frequency waves is just another way the devil's using weapons, man. Just a whole nother way, man. It's his weapon, man. It's the devil's weapon because God doesn't need that shit. God will speak to you without a device, without any frequency waves. Well, guys, it is 42 minutes in, and it is 1:50 p.m. Wednesday, February 26, 2020, and I'm still working out. I just got done walking my 4 miles, trying to get my muscles back up. Trying to get them back up once again. I'm kind of still thick on the my midsection. Trying to get that, trying to lower that. I'm at 170 right now. My goal was to stay at 175. I'm gonna have to decline that real quick. Probably asking if I want something to eat. Getting a call from my sister. But guys, I'm gonna end this right here. God bless y'all. Take care. I'm Leno Martinez. I'm a true target individual. Been V2K since May 12, 2016. Been Gangstalked since God knows when. Y'all take care. God bless. Love y'all and be safe.